It's time for the Showtime and Timberwolves Show with your hosts, Paladino Joey and the People's Champ, Vince Germano.
I wouldn't put anything past us. And, that's the goal, is to get to the finals and win it.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
No, everyone, that is not Shaquille O'Neal. That is my good friend all the way in Golden Valley, Minnesota, Joey Awajan. And yes, you have tuned into, after a bit of a spell, Showtime and Timberwolves show. Joey, how you doing, buddy?
Very good. I'm ready to rock and roll. How are you today?
I'm struggling a bit, I got to admit. Slight hangover, bit seedy.
Uh-oh. It sounds like, what's his name again? Now I'm blanking. No, look at me.
Keelan King.
Sounds like Keelan King. Sounds like Tristan Mayer. Yep, I'm hungover today. No. Sorry.
No, I had a bit of a trivia night last night, and it got out of hand a bit. But
that's cool.
That's all good. But so today, look, I'm gonna have to hit you with the most important question of the day: is what beer are you drinking?
Well, here it is. It is 8-Bit from Tallgrass. You could kind of call it the franchise beer of Showtime and T-Wolves. Oh, Tallgrass, thank you so much. I will give an update. The sponsor is official. Yeah, because I'm going to be meeting up with Tim Olson in Minneapolis on Tuesday. This thing is 100% official now. So thank you so much, Tallgrass. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So I just hit him up for my slab of 8-Bit.
I would love to. We got to get some. I will get some sent. Yes.
That's all right.
Don't do it, Joe.
Look, I've got to say, yeah, thanks to Tallgrass, it's really awesome because we're only a young podcast, so to speak.
Very. Yep. And and ultimately the 8-Bit, that is just the best one too. It's the pale ale. If you can see Pac-Man licking his chops here in we'll call it the central time zone in the United States, is where Tallgrass is mostly, except for Louisiana. Oh, gone it? No. But mostly the central time zone areas, you could say, but I'm sure it will bleed east and west in the coming, weeks, months, years, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, Tallgrass Pale Ale, Ethos IPA for some more hops, all that good stuff. So really want to thank Barb and Tim for helping this be possible.
Absolutely. And we should also mention that you can find us on the sportstuff.com. So head over there and check the sportstuff.com out. Now, Joey, you've had a pretty, you and the T-Wolves have had a pretty, it's been a strange week.
It has.
To say the least.
Yeah, it's like, okay, sure, now you play good. Sure. Now we start kicking everyone's butt and stomping people into the ground. I mean, who did we beat? We beat like Miami the other, just like last week. We finally beat the Houston Rockets. We actually beat the Rockets. Oh, and by the way, is it too early to even say what took place in that one? Oh my goodness.
No, go for it.
Too soon? No, I'm kidding. That's a Hank McCoyism. Courtside podcast, yes.
We should urge everyone to check that out.
Yes, absolutely encourage it. You'll be hearing Vince Germano on that one as well. But Jiminy Christmas, Corey Brewer had 51 points. My goodness, was that Corey LeBron or was it? I don't even know who to compare him to right now, but I mean, what the hell?
That's Kobe Brewer.
Kobe Brewer, yes. That's probably a better one because just the way he's flying down that court, dunking on people, hit a few threes in that game. ladies and gentlemen, Corey Brewer scored 51 points. Did you think it was possible?
I never thought in my wildest dreams that Corey Brewer would drop 51.
51 points. Oh, and by mhm.
No, go ahead. Sorry, it's your team. You go for it.
And by the way, Kevin Love didn't play in that game either, or did Shabazz, or did Pekovic. Nope. So yeah, 51 points for Corey. I guess Captain Corey.
When I just checked the box scores, I couldn't believe it
Yeah.
because I just saw on Twitter that Corey Brewer was trending, and I'm like, I got to check this out. What's going on? Oh, look, in our rundown here, and thanks for just going down to this one, Joey. But
What's that?
I've put home, go home, Corey Brewer, you're drunk.
Yeah.
What the hell did he smoke or drink before that game? That even without Love playing, I know there's going to be extra shots, but to score 51, can't believe it. I might have to draft him on my 2K side, I think.
It sure looks like it. I mean, it's exactly like you said. Yes, Love's out and all that good stuff, but usually you'd see Corey Brewer maybe 14, 15, oh man, 19 points. Yeah, not bad. You know, he turns those in frequently, but this is Tony Delk, you know what I mean? The 50-point game with I keep getting mixed. I think he was on the Suns. I know he's been on the Suns and the Kings, Sacramento Kings, but
Yeah, I think it was Suns.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. This one, in a way, I think Corey Brewer is actually going to have a better career than Tony Delk, but you know, Delk is known for like getting on hot streaks on occasion, but Corey Brewer, good lord, very cool. And obviously, Houston has had the Wolves number ever since a certain very tall head coach slash former general manager, vice president of basketball operations took over that team. They had been undefeated against the Wolves, and I guess no more.
No, and I've got to say, Corey Brewer, he has got a little bit of history doing this. I think earlier in the season when you guys were like 7-2, I think Kevin Martin didn't play,
Yeah,
and I think he dropped 30 odd
he did have
on the Cavs.
That does sound about right. He did have a really, really, really good game along the way there. Yeah, he's had a few that are like in the 20s and such. You know, that are they're not too foreign to him. But again, you know, obviously it's something like this off the charts. I may have to start digging for that one now, just out of curiosity. But good
But
golly.
fill me in. Like, how did he score his points? Was it all? Was he on fast breaks? Was he posting up? Was he just getting open shots? Was Rubio setting him up? Or
Lots of fast breaks, and it was kind of the old, you know, you could shoot the ball into the ocean type of night. You know what I mean? It just shots were going in. He hit some threes, but it wasn't like, you know, he wasn't like Chandler Parsons or anything, like 5 of 6 or something. You know how he can go sometimes. He wasn't like that, but he hit a few. 2 of 6 to be exact. So that wasn't exactly his sweet spot. He was getting to the line. Yeah, he was catching a lot of touchdowns. He would have definitely had some Jerry Rice numbers in this game. Yeah, I mean, 19 of 30, very high field goal percentage,
Yep.
six steals too.
no, well, you know what? Good on Corey Brewer because
Yeah.
I've said to you in the past, when he left Minnesota, he dropped a ton of weight. He looks a lot more leaner.
Mm-hmm.
He's clearly been working on his game, so it's just more proof that hard work does pay off.
Once in a while, yes, it better, right?
You'd hope so, especially when you're in the NBA.
Yeah, it better.
Yeah, no, that was still. I'm still amazed that he'd done that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Lakers week is pretty much uneventful. Were we putting on All-Star games in the Staples Center, Joey? I mean, because we're giving up 140 here, 130 there.
Yeah,
Outstanding staff by D'Antoni and the crew down there.
talk about dead man walking, huh? Yeah.
Oh, I'll get into him a bit more, funnily enough, a bit later on. But
Yeah, oh my. Yeah.
more injuries. We lost Bazemore
Mm.
to, I think, a torn tendon in his foot, so he's having surgery.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a hospital down there. It's hard to watch. It's if it wasn't for I enjoy watching Kendall Marshall and guys like that, and Jordan Hill. I love Jordan Hill.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
So I can't wait till it's over, and we're just hoping now that Boston can win a couple more games. Utah can win a couple more games, so we at least finish below them.
Yeah, get a couple more balls. Sorry.
That's it. Yeah, no, I want a couple more of those ping pong balls. Because I tell you what, I've got me on Julius Randle. I think I'm set on Randle coming to LA.
Yeah,
then we'll trade him for Kevin Love.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I suppose. I mean, we'd get a new good power forward, I guess. But yeah, the way things are going with the whole Love situation, I guess that's another ongoing saga. We'll come back to that. But yeah, Randall, what a nice tournament he had, indeed. They didn't exactly play too good against UConn. Kind of like let's just say the Gopher hockey team tonight was a lot like UConn or excuse me, I wish they were a lot like Kentucky. Lots of nice future stars, or maybe not stars, but blue chip potential players going to the NHL. And then, Union was kind of like UConn, I guess. They just tore us up, and we lost the national championship game. So, yeah, be happy that I'm here, right, guys? No, no,
yeah, Joey is a bit grumpy today.
Yes.
He's a bit disillusioned with Minnesota sports. You know, he's hungry for a chip of any kind. So I had to just pep him up a bit to get him on. He was nearly just about to turn in.
And I gotta tell you though, one thing, like I was saying this off air, but I gotta let you out there know that this show is one hell of a good medicine to make me feel better. So I was actually like thrilled about the idea to do this show. It's like, thank God, something. It's just fun, it's fun, and I appreciate your company, and thank you all so much. Yes.
Well, speaking of God, well, he's not quite a god, but he's nearly a god to me. Nick Young. Nick Young. Just playing great.
Mm-hmm.
And proved a lot of doubters wrong this year. Is he perfect out there? No. But I've just got one question. I want him to stay. If you re-sign Nick Young, how much are we paying him? Because he wants to stay. He came out yesterday and said, I want to stay in LA. I've loved it here.
Mm-hmm.
What's he worth a year? Because he's only getting about $1 million this year.
Wow. Man. He is really good. I mean, he is really damn good. I mean, at minimum, like a full, just from my, gun to my head right out of the gate here, at least a full salary cap exception. Now and it could go either way from there, but at least, I mean, he's averaging almost 18 points a game off the bench. I mean, he really is a nice find for you guys.
Yeah, well, Mitch done it again with that one. But yeah, I was thinking around the 5, maybe 6 mil mark. Yeah,
that's about the salary cap exception. Yeah, right about there.
Yeah, around about there.
5.5, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And the great thing about Nick Young is doesn't want to start. Does not want to start. His role is coming off the bench. He loves it. He excels at it. We've got to keep this guy. I mean, you know how important it is to have a good bench.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, extremely important. It's one of the reasons we're not in the playoffs right now. And that's a really good attitude for him, because when you consider, obviously, the Lakers, the way they don't rebuild, they reload, right? So,
yeah, well, yep.
You know what I mean? So there it is. Yep, bloody oath. Yep. So it's like you rebuild, and then you have him as an addition to like a new core piece. Is it Julian Randle? Is it God knows who? Is it Jabari Parker? Is it Wiggins? I don't know if you want, if we're talking about NCAA tournament or anything, the way he played. All 2 points he scored in the game, they got eliminated. But still, grand, big picture, if he ends up being like a starting small forward in the NBA, Nick Young, Nick Young being the super six man like that, hell yeah, playoffs time sooner than later for the Lakers someday with the right coach.
Absolutely agree with you there, brother. But yeah, look, I implore Mitch and Jim and Jeannie, whoever's running things down there, just keep Nick Young for God's sake. Now, another thing that slightly annoyed me.
Yes.
The Lakers may wait until the draft to decide Coach D'Antoni's future.
Oh.
Seriously, I don't see the point of that.
That's too long. Yeah.
As soon as the season's over, you fire him, you
Yeah.
give him the sack, the lemon and SARS, you're out of here. You get in Hollands, you draft. They've got the guys they're looking at clearly in the draft. The thing that sucks right now is we don't know what pick we're getting. But surely you can get in a guy like Hollands and start working from there as soon as the season's over. It is not working with Coach D'Antoni.
No.
He's got that many flaws. He's not a great communicator. Just ask Chris Kaman. For a guy who says, I remember in his freaking press conference when he was hired, we'll be playing D. Oh, no, I'm not worried about fans thinking we don't play D. This team hasn't improved 1 ounce playing D. The only thing he's got going for him is he can run an offense, but that's it. But that doesn't win you championships. Defense does.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I'm trying not to boil over here because if we... So you're flabbergasted as well.
Yeah, I'm getting shaky, right?
if we go through another season with this peanut, I just can't handle it. I mean, we get a guy like Hollands, like I was saying to Hank on the Courtside podcast.
Yes, sir.
Hollands will give us an identity. And I've said that to you as well. If you guys get Hollands, he will give you that identity. He will get you playing tough D. He will get you to sit guys on their ass if they come into the lane. He knows how to use post guys. Look what he did for Randolph.
Oh, amen.
He's respected. I don't reckon there's a lot of guys in that Lakers roster that respect Mike D'Antoni right now.
Probably none. I mean, there was a time that Kobe did long ago in a galaxy far away, or at least overseas, maybe not quite the galaxy far away, but that was then. This is now. It doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, it didn't work in New York either. That's for damn sure. L.A. even worse. It's all a matter of when rather than if. Especially for both of these franchises, we will both have a new coach soon. Hopefully sooner than later. I mean, winning to the draft. Oh my, that's not something I endorse. Especially we want to have an identity to your team. You want to be able to draft the players that fit the coach. And I know that's not always the best way to approach things, but sometimes you don't want to take like a polar opposite of the coach either, because look what the Wolves did with Johnny Flynn and taking him and then hiring Kurt Rambis in August. Like, really, we're gonna wait till August?
Yep.
Yep, that was the beginning of the end, the beginning of the third end for the Wolves.
Yeah, I just keep thinking, what if we get pick 5?
Yeah.
And Randall's still on the table? I guarantee you Mitchell take him, because we're going to lose Pau Gasol because he doesn't want to stick around. And I don't blame him. But can you imagine D'Antoni coaching Randall? He'll turn him, instead of being a back to the basket player, he'll turn him into a jump shooting patsy.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
Oh, it's just a nightmare. It's just will happen if D'Antoni stays. But,
that would be a true crime.
No. If he does stay, I hope we can get someone like a Dante Exum or something, a point guard, or a Marcus Smart, because he seems to have success with those kind of guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and as the draft gets closer and closer, it's like we get to pull up the mock drafts on occasion here. Draft Express right now has the Lakers taking Marcus Smart 6th overall.
Ooh, I could handle that.
Yeah, there you go. Oklahoma State. Randall going 4th to the Jazz. Dante Exum going to Celtics at 5.
Ooh, if that happens, Rondo's gone.
Yeah, that could be an issue. Yeah, I don't know. It's like you wonder if they weigh that in or what when they make these mock drafts. But I wouldn't be surprised if Rondo's gone. It seems like whenever there's smoke, there's fire. Whenever there's like 7 billion rumors about a guy, eventually he's gone, even if it takes 3 years for it to happen. Which happens a lot.
Yep. Well, I think we'll skip over Corey Brewer. We covered him just earlier.
Who? No.
Yeah. The old Brew crew dropping a cool 50.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah.
Now, Joey, this next subject, it's the Gorgui Dieng subject of he's playing great. let's not pussyfoot around, but there's some certain flogs on Twitter. Am I correct that said that Deng's an energy guy. That's the only reason why he can get 10 rebounds here and there or 50, whatever it was they said, And well, I'm sorry, but once again, Gorgie's come up with the rebounds. So
yes,
man, if anyone can't see that Gorgui has rebounding talent, desire, then just stop watching the NBA because you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, another 20 rebound game, and interestingly enough, it happened to be the same team again. Not a coincidence. If you can get 20 rebounds, that's a hell of a lot of energy. I mean, he must have drank like 17 energy drinks by now. I mean, this young man, Gorgui Dieng, is the fastest learner you will meet. I mean, it is unbelievable. Like they say, I've said this before in the past. It was like 5 years ago, back around draft time. Like 5 years ago, he first started playing basketball. He's starting for a national championship team, taken 21st overall in the draft. Oh, and by the way, now he's actually looking pretty good in the NBA too. Sure, there's some energy, but there's a lot of intelligence to go along with the energy. The positioning to get the rebounds. And, the peace of mind that this young man has, too. He made some awkward little plays early on, but it's like, oh, big deal. When people were talking about that, like, you got to take him out. He was just kind of he was trying to throw a, what do they call it, outlet pass, and they were thinking he was shooting the ball. It's like, no, he wasn't shooting the ball. Okay, Shaqtin' the fool of this, but this guy brings a lot of intelligence to the game in so many ways. He hit a game-winning shot against the Rockets as well. Right place, right time, but hey, you know what? He got the rebound and he got to the right place at the right time. That's the key with this guy. And he's got as quick of feet as I've seen in a long time. I mean, Marcus, the forecaster, mentioned this a while ago, and then I'm watching it closer at times as well. The way he could just chase down players to block their shot, it's insane. This guy has some quick feet, and that also helps with the rebounding.
Mate, I agree with everything you said there.
Mm-hmm.
I am loving this kid. He is one of the guys now on my list that when I go to the ESPN app, I always got to see what Gorgie's done for the night. But I want to sort of merge this topic and the next one. The Wolves not making a big trade yet. They're going to seek some help for this roster. Now, this might shock you because and some other Wolves fans out there because I know you're a fan of Peck.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I'm seeing of Dieng, it is now time to trade Pekovic.
You laid down the hammer, didn't you? Well.
And I'm saying you package Peck with your first round pick, you try and move up in the draft. Get yourself a small forward. Imagine if you guys land yourself a Jabari Parker by trading Peck and your first round pick up. Because Gorgie's made, I don't want to say he's made Peck expendable, but he sort of has in a way. Like, you're seeing what you're going to get from Gorgui. He's only going to improve. There is no doubt he's going to even improve more next season. Surely that's got to be done now. Peck, trade, gone.
I mean, at minimum, dead minimum, it's a great problem to have because centers they're a hot commodity in the NBA in terms of, I won't even say hot, they're a rare commodity. That's a better way to say it. There's not a lot of good centers in the NBA, and there haven't been really for a long, long time. There's a lot of teams that would love to have an offensive force like a Pekovic along the way. So it's like you can get pieces in return, be it trading up in the draft. Obviously, now you have to match salaries, so that could make things interesting as well. Possibly you could land a Aaron Afalo, somebody like that. Obviously, Orlando's already pretty set at center with another Nikola over there, which I think he's even better, for crying out loud. He's got a hell of a future. But well, there's 3-team trades you can do as well. Shooting guard, yes.
Well, I was just thinking, what pick have you guys got? Like, is it pick 10 or something like that? Is it or roundabouts?
I think we're more in like the 13, 14 range right now. Yeah, because yeah, 13th. We would be 13th right now. Luckily, Phoenix is 14th. Whew. Avoid the conspiracy theory right there. Oh boy, conspiracy alert. Actually, they're 17th. Pardon me. That's another draft pick they have. It's kind of confusing. It's going to drive me crazy, but yeah, this is an opportunity to fill needs. So this whole thought about not making any big moves in the off season. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here too quick, but
No, you're right, mate. Go
uh,
for it. No, you're right. Go for it. It's
yeah,
exactly what I'm. We'll merge the two topics.
hmm
I sense like
yeah.
you'd be a bit hesitant to pull the trade on a Peck deal yet.
I'm not. I'm actually not hesitant on it. No, I mean this is an opportunity to make a. This is a huge opportunity to make a big move. It is. I
I mean,
say jump on it. If there's the right pieces, jump on it. Yes.
are you telling me the Celtics would be interested in your first round pick in Pekovic? I'm tipping they would be. I'm not saying you're going to get a number one pick for him if they get it or anything like that. But if they've got like a pick 6 or 7 up their sleeve and you offer him Peck in your first round pick, I think Ainge would go for that.
Yeah. If there's the player that the Timberwolves want, there is it be it Exum, Julius Randle, but then again that depends on Love, so I don't know if I'll go there. But if somehow Jabari Parker slips, something like that. You never know. Exum, I suppose. Yes. uh, I'm not hesitant on it. No, because obviously the injury thing. Look at the injury bug. Okay, he was playing for so many games for a while. It's like, hey, maybe he's going to make good on that prediction of I'm going to play 82 games. No, it didn't happen. It never is going to happen. the fear, the only problem is the secret's out on that. But then again, it never was a secret. So
No, that's it.
yeah. So I mean, the fact continues. We'll say instead about that he's probably never going to play 82 games in a regular season. I do think he could be a tradable commodity. Just the hope and prayer is that people don't look at him negatively because of the injury history.
Yeah, look, I know Flip really likes Peck, but
Yeah.
I just think Den gives you more rim protection. Like you've said that in the past as well. I think he's a better rebounder. Well, and if he's not already, he's going to be. I just do it.
Yeah.
You've got an asset there that will bring you in quality.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you've just got to get it done.
Yeah, you have that. You have the defensive center that's actually capable of scoring as well and has a little energy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he does have. Well, he has more energy than Pekovic. That's good. There's nothing wrong with energy or anything, but I mean, I'm teasing. Gonna tease to that like all day. I'm gonna tease to that for the next year, I think. But I mean, the mobility. Like, look at the mobility difference between Pekovic and Gorgui Dieng. I mean, let's just say
it's night and day, isn't it?
Yeah, like let's just. Yeah, it's night and day. Like, let's just compare them to like some character in a role playing game. Okay, as goofy as this may sound, agility level for Pekovic, let's say it's like 25. Gorgie's is like 98. I mean, he is an agile son of a gun.
And I've got to add, Gorgui, from what I've seen of Gorgui, if he gets the ball down low and he can't get the shot he wants, he will find someone. Whereas Peck will just sort of like force it up and try and bullock his way, which, that's okay. He's a big, strong lad, but it's not always the best option.
Yeah, absolutely. And also the other thing, too, I mean, I could count on, I mean, it just, so many missed layups. Dog, the guy sometimes he misses so many layups. You hear me? Like, come on, man. So, yeah, the length, the agility, rebound. He's a better rebounder than Pekovic, even though Pekovic does rack him up when Love is out. But Gorgui actually takes rebounds away from Kevin Love, who is actually a top 2 rebounder in the league. So the top 5 rebounder argument is looking pretty strong there if he's out rebounding Kevin Love.
It's looking good, brother. It's looking good. So with that, T-Wolves fans, we'll let you ponder that while we take a break and Joey goes and has a refill of his 8-bit from Tall Grass.
8-bit.
We'll be back in just a few moments.
shop on Amazon? Did you know that you can support this podcast just by doing your normal shopping on Amazon? It's really easy to do. Just go to thesportstuff.com and click on one of the many Amazon pictures. Do your normal shopping, and Amazon sees that we referred you, and they give us a percentage. We'd like to thank you in advance for supporting thesportstuff.com, and please use our Amazon link. Now enjoy the rest of the show.
We are going round like Saturn.
Too busy to sit in front of a computer? Simply search for and download Showtime and Timberwolves on iTunes for Apple devices. For Android, find us on the Double Twist app. And for Windows and BlackBerry, search for us in the store icon. And now, back to Palladino Joey and Vince Germano. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Showtime and T-Wolves. Follow us on Twitter at Showtime T-Wolves and at VinRock44. Don't forget to call into our phone lines at 209-736-7877. That's 209-736-7877. Now back to Palladino and Vinrock.
And we are back with Grumpy Joey all the way in Minnesota over there. He's a bit grumpy. No championships for Joey. He's a bit grumpy, but we'll press on. Now we're your retro player of the week. Do you want me to go first, Joey, or do you want to hit me with yours?
I will. I'll start mine since it seems like usually whoever is not hosting starts first. So for me, the retro Timberwolf goes way back to the beginning, and I always like to keep things related to how things are going on with the current Timberwolves during the last week, or in this case, 2 weeks. So again, we do apologize and do wish Vince's daughter a speedy recovery.
Oh, she's back causing trouble, mate. But thanks very much for that.
Oh, good. Very cool to hear that. Yeah. We're waiting for her to heal up there, not feeling so hot. So, but this goes back to the beginning, and Corey Brewer's ridiculously awesome 51-point effort. He was a small forward, so it's even related, same position, and a guy that held the single game record for the Timberwolves for a long time. Number 19, Tony Campbell. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Timberwolves, right? No, I wish. He had a career high 44 points, and he had 14 rebounds also, February 2nd against Boston. So Kevin McHale and Danny Ainge, actually Ainge wasn't there anymore, but Kevin McHale was still there, 89-90 season. This had to be February 2nd, 1990. 44 points for Tony Campbell, averaged 23 points a game that year with the Timberwolves. Unbelievable season. Starting things out for the Wolves. Ultimately, he was just too doggone good and helped get the first Timberwolves coach fired. Unfortunately, Bill Musselman, because they were too good, according to some people, because they want to get a higher draft pick. Kind of funny. It's like, sure, teams don't tank. But no, I mean, what a scorer. Wonderful player for the Wolves for a couple of years here. 3-year period, but unfortunately, numbers declined slowly but surely in a 3-year period. Went to the New York Knicks, played in the NBA Finals, the conference finals against Chicago, all that good stuff. He was against the Houston Rockets in that series. Actually, no, he wasn't. He got traded to Dallas, and then later on ended up retiring at only 32. That's unfortunate, but hell of a scorer in the early days of the T-Wolves.
Yeah, I remember watching Tony Campbell play for the T-Wolves. I think he played with Luke Longley as well.
Yeah, yep. He was here in the early days of Luke. He played for the Wolves from 89, 90, 90, 91, 91, 92. So right about when I started watching basketball, and before you know it, he was gone.
Yeah, and we also should say he's got a championship ring there.
Yep, the 87-88 Lakers. Yes, sir.
Attaboy. So he's always a Laker. Once a championship winner at the Lakers, you're always a Laker.
Mm-hmm. And how ironic, he played with Detroit a couple of years before that. Isn't that weird? That figures, doesn't it?
Yeah, I remember him at the Knicks too, and I always used to think why Pat Riley would never use him.
Yeah, because immediately after he left the Wolves, down went the minutes. He went from 35, 37, 31 minutes a game to 19-ish. So it's kind of the old Shabazz Muhammad, Rick Adelman treatment basically for him.
Yeah, it's a case of why sign him if you're not going to use him. You know, he's clearly he can still do a job for you. You know, even if it's just 20 minutes a night.
And I don't remember that next team being so great at small forward eiteither. What did they
No,
have?
that was
Charles
that
Smith?
was yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, that Charles Smith. Who else they have? They had Mason, Anthony Bonner. But that's about it, really.
Again, it seemed like Mason got better later, but yeah, still, yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was good. I liked him, but I don't know. They could have used him, I'm sure.
absolutely. Well, that's a good pick. I like that one, Tony Campbell.
Nice old memory for us.
Now that would be a good retro jersey, actually.
Yeah, number 19, not Sam Cassell.
Not slamming Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my my retro player, and I really hope I haven't had this guy on before. I don't think I have. The number 17 back in the day for us, Rick Fox.
Ooh, yeah.
I absolutely love this guy for a number of reasons. He brought toughness. He was a bit of an enforcer. Played D. Would hit big shots.
Oh.
Would not cause any trouble whether he was starting or coming off the bench. Was a bit of a glue guy as well. Was a good locker room guy. Would not let anyone. Wouldn't take any crap, pretty much. And look, he had some decent numbers one year. I think his highest average with us was about 12 points a game. Had about 7 or 8 years, but it was always around 8 or 9 or 10 points. But his value wasn't in points. It was the little things, the 1%ers that he used to do, and just a fantastic pickup. We got him pretty cheap, and he ended up getting 3 rings. Played at another final series. Unfortunately, ripped a tendon in his foot, which just would not heal properly, and that was the end for Rick Fox.
Yeah, he only retired. Yeah, he retired at only 34.
Yep. I think if he didn't have that foot injury, I think he could have squeezed out another 2 years. I think would have got to 36. But
oh yeah,
because he was so smart out there too. When he played with because he did play with a foot injury, it wasn't quite right. He was still making nice plays, making the right pass and hitting guys who were open. But yeah, obviously just got a bit too much for him.
Yeah, and another thing too with a guy like that, who was such a valuable piece in a triangle offense. When they're passing the ball around quickly and guys rotate a little bit, catch the ball, boom, 3-pointer. He was so valuable with that. A guy like that could have really extended his career well into his late 30s, I think, because Terry Porter did that successfully, where he went from like a point guard to a 3-point specialist, and Rick Fox absolutely could have been that, and he could have played out for several more years, I think.
Yeah, and the interesting thing I've heard Rick Fox talk about is that when he left Boston, he had a massive multi-year offer from Cleveland.
Oh, yeah?
And he knocked it back and took a 1-year deal at the Lakers for I think it was could have been even the minimum, 800,000 or something like that. And then,
Wow.
So he gambled, and then we signed him to a multi-year deal with a bit more money. So I'm
good.
really glad he took that option with us because, he was just awesome in that offense and that whole team. He was just great.
Yeah, perfect fit because you got the inside-out game with Kobe, Shaq, all that good stuff, and then you have the guys that can knock down those big threes. Ori, Fisher, and Fox. I mean, it was an unstoppable force for a number of years.
Yeah, and
awesome.
wasn't the most athletic guy either.
No,
but would take the challenge of guarding guys who are way more athletic than him, and if they got past him, he would sure as shit and try and knock your head off.
He was a feisty SOB, wasn't he?
He was.
He really was. Yeah, I mean, and there was one thing he did a little bit that I think rubbed people the wrong way a little bit, at least from what I noticed, was he would kind of do a stare when if he would dunk on somebody, he would kind of give him a stare for a while. I swear, I still to this day remember. I don't know. I still remember him dunking on Sabonis. I swear, Sabonis, and he just kind of kept staring at him. And then Sabonis, I could just tell he yelled, "Fuck," yelled the F-bomb really loud at him as he slammed the ball.
Rick shouldn't be doing that because he could barely jump over a jam tin lid to dunk. So
yeah, that was kind of goofy.
I know why he's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, kudos to us for a couple of good picks there.
Yeah, that was these were great picks.
So
Both.
I guess it's time to grab a stool or a bottle of your favourite frothy, and hit me with your bar fight, Joey. What's irked you lately?
What irks me is when the Minnesota Timberwolves franchise love to tell us about we're not going to make any big moves this summer. I can't take it anymore. It's just like the same old thing every year. We're not going to make a big move. We're not going to make a big move. And guess what? Every time they say that, they don't make a big move. And when this team could potentially get way better very quickly if they make the right big move, and they do the same old let's just sit on our hands and what's the word? We just want to have continuality, whatever the word is. Keep the same players together. Oh, great. We won 40, 41, whatever it's going to be. 41, 42 games this year. Okay, maybe with a better coach it'll be better. And of course, forgive that horrible English, but improved play from the rookies and more playing time for the rookies. Sure, it'll probably be better, but still, you have an opportunity to make a big move. Obviously, the shooting guard spot. We can all love Kevin Martin as much as we want, but the shooting guard spot to me is not concrete.
I could probably live with Kevin Martin for another year or two.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, look, some good points, mate. But I look, from an outsider looking in, like 40 wins. That's decent. And it gets back to my point before, like maybe it's time to trade Peck, and you're going to make the coaching change, trade Peck. Hopefully that leads to another 10 wins or another 15 wins.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully,
it's your last chance to keep Love happy.
yeah. Make the right big move. This could be an excellent team. We could be kind of like Houston, kind of. I mean, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, they should consult Love. Say, look, we love Dieng. We think Gorguy's going to keep improving.
Yes.
We're confident on that.
I think so.
What are your thoughts on trading Peck if we can get that small forward that we need, or another two guard, or whatever?
Yeah, one of the two.
See what Love says. I'm sure he'd be happy that he's been approached, and it also shows him that you guys are serious in trying to, improve the team so they can get him into the playoffs and do some damage.
Yeah, have to be serious. Yeah, they have to show that they're serious. And to me, I don't think trading Pekovic is going to kill the team, because has the team played terribly with Pekovic out? No. So
No, that's right.
yeah, that's one of the big keys. The team has not played terribly with him out. That's an indicator that he could be a tradable asset that somebody out there will be very happy to take, and hopefully will give you a decent price.
Well, I'm putting my hand up for GM of the
Yes.
Timberwolves. If Flip, even as an assistant to Flip, I can just throw these ideas out to him, and I'll come cheap.
Only some 8-bit. No, I'm kidding.
Slab of frothies, and I'm yours, Flip.
Oh, that would be so bad.
I'll stay at your joint, and we're laughing.
God, I would love to be a general manager, man. Oh, yeah, to be assistant to Flip.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Flip, yes, sir.
Sure, there's God, I started cussing and breaking like stuff. It probably would be like that at some of the games.
You're a fiery T-Wolf fan. I was a bit worried before.
Oh yeah,
messages I was getting, I thought you just. I'm like, you're not standing near a cliff, are you? You're not going to jump off. But...
Oh no.
No, you're right. Well, I should hit you with my bar fight. And look,
Yes,
it's no
yep.
surprise here. I was flabbergasted that flummoxed even.
Mm-hmm.
That the Lakers would, and I won't go into it too much because we've already covered. But why would they wait to sack this guy, Mike D'Antoni? Just get rid of him. The minute you get rid of him, I feel like the sun's going to bust out of the clouds and rainbows will pop up in LA and everything will be good again. This guy is an absolute cancer on that bench. Just leave, fire, pay the man. We've got the money to pay the man, pay Hollins, and I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's like both of us, you could just tell how big of fans we are, because when you hear this vanilla type conversation from management, it just makes you want to throw up. It really does.
And I don't know this whole Calipari deal. I don't see that. I don't think they're interested in Calipari. I'd be very surprised if they've sounded Calipari out. He's not an NBA coach.
No, it didn't work out already. So
No, I don't want Calipari.
no.
Oh, good Lord. No thanks.
He just
Holland's
seems fake.
guy.
Hollins, yeah, he just seems kind of fake. Calipari, he's not the next Pete Carroll. It only happened once, you know.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, he's. I think his coaching style is suited to college. You've got a nice gig, John. Just stay where you are. We don't need you.
Yeah, as much as I hate Kentucky, 'cause I'm sick of looking at them. You know what I mean? I just want someone else there. You know, but it's Kentucky for crying out loud. That's like that's a throne, man.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Time will only tell, brother. So, I'll throw it over to you. Do you have any fan interaction lately?
Well, there's been a couple.
I'll hit us with it. We'll see what the fans have been saying.
So we start with Hank McCoy on the fan interaction. He says, "Hey Vince, would you still take Dante on the Lakers? What the hell is going on with this guy? Maybe the Wolves season is just getting too much. LOL, zing!" And that was, of course, Dante Cunningham's 2 arrests. First one was possibly kind of choking his wife a bit, and the second was sending terroristic texts after the first arrest.
Good Lord.
Good stuff. And
Well done, Dante. Yes, I think my reply was... What was my reply there, Joey?
Vince Germano says, if he can get his head right, sure, why not? Who knows what's going on with him, though?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You got to be confident that his mind's right. Because I've always liked him. Even when you got him a couple of years ago, I thought, that's a good pickup. So, I would take him, absolutely, as long as he's got the old bonds corrected.
Well, yeah, like what annoyed me about him this year, though, it's like, it's a contract year, and he actually was significantly worse this year, like most of the year, until the last month or so he started to play a little better. It's like, it's your contract year and you're playing worse? Really?
Yeah. See, that's the thing,
No.
though. You don't know what's going on with these guys. I mean, he could be having this... He could have had wife troubles all year, and then it just culminated into a big fight one night. So you just don't know what's going on with him. He might just need a bit of support, and who knows?
Sense.
Yeah, you just... Yep. Well, I mean, we're not there. It's you know, it's hard.
It does make sense, because, yeah, there is always something else going on that we don't know, you know, with anybody. So, yeah. Hank McCoy continuing, saying, let's say the Thunder have a bad run in the playoffs this year. Tell me who says no to this trade first. Wolves trade Nikola Pekovic, Ricky Rubio, and a pick to OKC for Russell Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Keep in mind, Westbrook and Love played at UCLA together. Might just be enough to keep Love happy in Mini and give them enough firepower to compete. Durant proved this season that he can put up big numbers even with Westbrook injured, and that's for damn sure. He said a past first point guard in OKC would make Durant that much more dangerous. Thunder did trade James Harden. Westbrook might get so mad at Berea he might choke him. Thoughts?
The hard to argue with that. That's not a bad trade at all. That's probably the only guy I would trade Rubio for. You know, I love Rubio Mini, but gee whiz, I tell you what, Westbrook and Love.
Wow, yeah, wow, that would be pretty.
That's a good trade, McCoy. Not bad for a blue hairy guy.
The blue hairy guy, the blue face and the big nose there. Yeah,
That's it.
I mean, too. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. You got the passing point guard to go with Durant, and it doesn't hurt Ibaka either. And then you bring in the scoring center, Nikola Pekovic. That's a good move, actually. Russell Westbrook and Love, that great combination, dynamic duo, all that good stuff. Something we thought we had with Garnett and Marbury. Love and Marbury. Okay, I mean, Love and Westbrook. Westbrook does have a little bit of Marbury to him, but at least he's not from New York. No, I'm just kidding. So he has to go back.
I think that duo of I nearly said Warbury. Westbrook and Love.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's dynamic.
That would be something else, man.
Dieng in the middle. Brewer.
Oh my.
Kmart
Oh.
2. Oh, settle down, Joey. I see a bit of movement there. Just settle down.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you got the defense, you got the offense, you got the defense, you got the offense. Hey,
And you got wins.
did I hear the word balance? Yes. I love balance. I do. Balance is a good thing, especially when all the players are good at all the different items here. You know, Gorgie's very good at defense, Love's very good at offense, Brewer's very good at defense, and has a lot of energy and can have a big game from here and there. Westbrook could explode into who knows what. Shooting guard, you still have Kevin Martin. Yeah, go ahead.
That's it. Yep. Balance is good. It sounds good. I like it. I
Oh.
like it. I think you should drink to McCoy's suggestion there.
I'll drink to that. Mm-hmm.
The old mastermind behind the Courtside podcast is Hank McCoy.
Hank McCoy. I love doing that.
Who else we got there? We got one from Tanay. He's a regular.
This one's, I believe, on the last show. Yeah, that was the Wolves versus Lakers day one. So that was I was the one that ended up exploding. Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that one. Well, if that's all we got from, one more.
Yeah, it's one last one, but it's just mentioning he said, "Wow, really? No big trades. Better do something if you don't want another season like this one in Minnesota." So
Yeah.
that's when he offered up that very pivotal article, very pivotal to this episode. That's for sure.
Yep. Well, we covered all that earlier, so I think people know our thoughts on that one, mate.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Both of these teams need to make moves. And one thing I'll probably add at the end here, if that's okay, is Rick Edelman in a press conference this week did say the word "they," not "we," and I know that happens, but it's just the way he said it. Every indication is Rick Edelman will not return. Kind of like possibly a mutual thing because it's obviously an opt-out on both sides, a team and a coach option instead of player in the contract. Yep. And the good news is that this has to be decided within 2 weeks after the regular season. And Edelman said they need to make some moves in the offseason. They will be making moves. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like he's gone, and
yeah,
he's had a great career. This just hasn't worked out, which is is a shame because I think we both liked the signing when he came to Minnesota.
Big time. When we first got him, I was like, there it is, perfect fit, and open up the offense a bit here and bring some credibility to the organization. Well, they got better under him, but obviously, the injuries early on, a la the Houston Rockets. That's what happened in Houston too, unfortunately, with him. And the rookies didn't get to play when the stars were healthy. So,
Yep. Well,
bad fit.
He needs to look after his wife now. He's probably got to put family first now. So, that's just how it goes. So that's about it from us, mate. And I should probably tell the listeners where they could find us. You can find us at the Facebook at Showtime and T-Wolves, I think it is.
Yes, sir. Facebook.com, Showtime and T-Wolves.
There you go. You can find us at thesportstuff.com. We should also thank Tallgrass.
Thank you again very much. Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to try that 8-bit. I can just about taste it now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find us on Twitter as well at Showtime and T-Wolves. Hit us up. We love talking about Lakers. We love talking about the T-Wolves. Joey.
Yes, sir.
Cheer up, you bastard. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you again. I am very cheered up, actually, to be honest with you. Very cheered up. Thank you very much.
That's what frothies do. See, they cheer you up.
Yep, that too.
And with that, we will probably be back next week. Go Lakers.
Go Timberwolves.